Get it, slip it, cuff it, check it twice a day.
I get it, slip it, cuff it, check it in the morning and before dinner.
I get it, slip it, cuff it, check it, and share it with my doctor.
Nearly 1 in 2 U.S. adults have high blood pressure. That's why it's important to self-monitor your blood pressure in 4 easy-to-remember steps. It starts with a monitor.
Now that I know my blood pressure numbers, I talked with my doctor. We're getting those numbers down.
Get it, slip it, cuff it, check it. Talk to doctor now and share it.
Be next to talk to your doctor about your blood pressure numbers. Get down with your blood pressure. Self-monitoring is power. Learn more at manageyourbp.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council, the American Heart Association, and the American Medical Association, in partnership with the Office of Minority Health and Health Resources and Services Administration.
Okay, kids, Dad's gonna teach you how to dance. First, spread your feet apart. Then, pump your knee, nod your head, shake your hips, and bite your lip ever so slightly. Now, with one hand in the air, point at people with the other hand. I call that the rock star.
Dance like a dad. It's a great way to make a moment with your kids.
Now, make a face like it just smells something bad.
Visit fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
When the clock strikes 0 after every Nebraska football game, there's only one place to go for instant coverage. Tune in for the Husker After Party Postgame Show on 93.7 The Ticket for each game, win or lose. Call in with all your takes or text the show at 464-5685 and hear quotes from the players and coaches, too. It's the Husker After Party Postgame Show, sponsored by Anderson Ford and Vinny Krekak of State Farm Insurance.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Hi, this is Pastor Tom. Did you know there's a place kids can seek out help when they're away from home and something goes wrong? They find themselves in a difficult spot or even a dangerous situation. Maybe another child is bullying them or a stranger is following them. Perhaps on a date and things just go bad. In Lincoln, here's where they can find help. It's called Safe Place. Safe Place is a national program for children taking place in thousands of cities across the United States. The People's City Mission is sponsoring this program in our community and has set up a number of businesses, fire stations, schools, and nonprofits around the city to become safe locations where kids can seek out help. They just need to look for the big yellow sign that says Safe Place on it. Then go inside and ask for help. We will be quickly connected to them and ensure they make it back home or to whatever resources are needed. If you'd like to find out more about Safe Place and ways in which you can get involved, just go to pcmlincoln.org. Remember, when we all do a little, we change a lot.
It's time to go one-on-one with DP. Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Here is your host, Derek Pearson, brought to you by Canopy Street Market.
Yes, sir. It is. It has a new thing. Late night in Lincoln. Late night in Lincoln with DP. One-on-one, we'll say, for Saturdays, Sundays, fill-ins. We even have a new name for the Lionheart show.
Oh, I haven't heard this.
Yeah, Lionheart Live.
Perfect name. Like you don't have to get complicated with when you got a nickname Lionheart. You're kind of golden ticket right there.
Yeah, let's not overcomplicate it. He and I went down several rabbit holes over the course of this thing, and you can overdo it. Like you can overcomplicate the search for it.
Well,
right?
we did this with your own show,
right? Like
Late Night in Lincoln.
Well,
shout out to Grace Steve with the graphic. Graphic looks great.
It just made sense, right? Just okay. What are we doing? And if you're trying to explain to people what it is, that's what it is. And simply put, that's what it is. So live, there's several things that we could do. We could pay tribute to Saturday Night Live. You know how they usually it started with Chevy Chase falling to the ground. Are you old enough to remember that?
I know who Chevy Chase was in his antics, but you're gonna hate this. The Saturday shows, like all that night TV show stuff, kind of died with my generation. I think. I don't know anybody that really watched a whole lot of it growing up. I watched, ironically, more. What was the name of the show where they did charades? I think I've talked to you about this before, where they couldn't speak. They would go up there, and it was basically just playing charades in front of a live audience. It was the funniest thing. I'll never forget watching it with my parents.
It was so funny you don't remember what it was.
Was it called? It wasn't charades, but was it just called charades?
I'm leaning on you heavily on this since this.
I will find it because you will know it.
Since this is your memory, and
it's a classic. I know this isn't an oddball one.
Yeah, I'm trusting you on this one, bro. that this is a Harrison Arns thing. The fact that you said that late night is dead. I also think that may be a middle of the country thing, because that's certainly not the case in DC, New York, LA.
That very well could
Miami, Atlanta, Houston. There are folks who pay attention to those. I mean, that there are comedians who build their niche in it. I mean, think about Saturday Night Live and its musical guests, and it's, the folks who are doing movies because of it. So I'm not real sure.
I mean, that could be. I guess
it may just be you.
Well, here's where I think this is what's happening. Ratings are down, but clips are up. So I think people are just absorbing it in a different way.
Well, we absorb everything in a different way because of streaming.
Exactly, and I think that's the difference.
Streaming lives, and there's different attention spans.
Locally, it wasn't in my circle. Then that's a better way to phrase it. Growing up, I didn't watch a whole lot of it. I knew who they were, and I would get some of the big names, but I wasn't consistently tuning into it.
Yeah, I think that's a Harrison thing.
I would not be surprised. There's a lot of things I'm coming to discover working here where I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what's normal.
Oh man, I try not to pigeonhole you. I'm old. Like I'm firmly accepting that on a more regular basis, I'm identified as an old head. That I tend to think about things differently than a lot of folks because I've experienced a lot of different things that not everybody has. So I have to be fair in recognizing that not everybody has lived my life and not everybody has experienced my experiences. If I said to you, Colin Jost, nothing. So the guy that's married to Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah. Person she's married to, no.
Oh, wow. Kenan Thompson, nothing.
Yeah, that's familiar, but I couldn't tell you everything he's involved in.
Pete Davidson?
Yeah.
Kate McKinnon?
No.
You stop it.
Kate McKinnon.
You stop it. You take that back.
I mean, maybe.
You take that back. You don't know Kate McKinnon?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I do.
Oh.
These names, I am the worst pop culture guy you can run into.
I am finding that out on a nightly basis.
A DP, I don't know what that. I am.
This is why this is
not pop culture.
This is why this is going to be fun 2 hours most nights, because one, we'll get to the stats and the scores and the stories and that sort of thing. But I'm finding out that on a more regular basis that most of our late night conversations will be about the things that from vast ends of the spectrum.
You might have grew up in the polar opposite pool.
Oh,
for me.
I fully accept that I grew up in the polar opposite pool than most people. My reality is not everybody else's. Like the things that I've gone through, not everybody's gone through. The things that I stay away from, not everybody stays away from.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I'm new to the Nebraska experience, not necessarily the history of Nebraska, but the Nebraska experience, having it here. From a sports standpoint, I have a pretty good understanding of Nebraska's sports history across it. And I'm a deep dive person, so I can find out pretty quickly what a thing is when it comes to sports, because there are common threads that often show up.
And you've hung around a lot of the formers and the current athletes to know what the picture did and looks like now.
So then in that, but I'm older than most people who are on a microphone in this state and in this city. I'm older than, and I've lived a different life than. Farley was talking about, the Texas bonfires, Texas A&M bonfires. And I was like, well, yeah, he asked me if I was familiar. I'm like, yeah, I kind of am, having experienced it. And then remembering that not everybody has experienced all the things that I've experienced, for a ton of reasons. You haven't had a reason. You haven't had the years. Now, I can also say this, and this is kind of what I was saying to Ridge and Caleb earlier, is that they're way ahead in life experience, or a different kind of life experience at their age than I was at their age. But they were very different. Now, Caleb and I had different shared experiences than Ridge and I had. Ridge and Caleb have shared experiences that I'm not included in. And then you just try to connect the dots. I think a big part of sports is tying together stories that we've heard before in different locations and different times, and then making it relevant. Is it a movie script that I've seen before?
Too many times.
Too many times, right? That Longest Yard.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Who's the star of Longest Yard?
Do you want the old or new? I couldn't tell you the name of the old actor, but
which one comes to mind first?
I grew up when the new one was hot, so the new one always comes to mind first.
Okay. So, do you know the character name?
Oh, I'm blanking on it.
Okay. Just checking. I just wanted to see how deep into it you would go. But you are in the Adam Sandler generation.
I was kind of talking about this with Raph. Like, my generation is kind of hard to pinpoint. A lot of technology and stuff that we grew up on got thrown out the door immediately as soon as we got out of high school. And then as far as the pop culture stuff, kind of a shift. And when everything was shared and everyone was kind of tuning into the same TVs locally, we started getting into the internet and streaming. So people's interests they could diverge a little bit more than generations prior.
Well, there's more information available. There's also more misinformation available.
Plenty of it.
Which turns people's brain off, because then they don't want to have to decipher. There are people that love to decipher. Then there are people that do not want to dive into the pool to find out how deep the water is. You go, okay. There are people who think that Tom Brady was always the GOAT, always the measuring stick for quarterbacks. No, no, nor am I sure that if Patrick Mahomes went on a 3 Super Bowl run, would that conversation change or not?
I certainly would. I would think so.
Right? Who's the greatest running back of all
time? Sanders. Barry.
Why?
Production and what he did in that short amount of time it's going to be hard to match anything to that. I don't know. To me, Barry Sanders. But, longevity, I understand.
But there are folks who have more production than he did. There are folks who had more success than he did. There are people that had more yards, more touchdowns, and more Super Bowl rings than he did.
Yeah, and that's when you get into the ring thing. Put Barry Sanders on a team that's not the Lions. What does he do?
But you are who you are. We can't give him credit for things he didn't accomplish with people he didn't play with. You are who you are. That's like, Patrick Ewing, if he had played on, with Magic Johnson, if he had played with Jordan, he would have. No, that's not how that works. You played with the Knicks. Sorry. Hate to tell you, Allen Iverson. If Iverson played with Kareem, what kind of or played with Shaq, what kind of ridiculous historical measurements would he
Well,
have?
football's tougher with 11 guys out there, and then basketball being 5. I mean, it's still a lot harder to take over a game, but you have a lot more impact with only 5 on the court than you do with 11.
Then explain Jokic.
He does it all. That's why he's like the greatest player in my mind. You know, and you could debate SGA last year, phenomenal season. I'm not going to say he didn't deserve MVP, but I mean, that's what makes Jokic so good is he can just dominate a game from that position and really affect just about 1 through 5.
Did he dominate games last year?
Yeah, to a degree. I mean, they got into the postseason, and he was the leader of the team.
So he wasn't as dominant as, say, some other players whose teams.
Well, SGA moved on, and he didn't. So SGA was dominant.
Okay.
And you can't argue with the numbers he put up.
So if we go back to Barry Sanders, for whatever production he had, he never had the impact on the game that, say, Emmitt Smith had. Fair statement?
Yeah, that's fair. I'll give you that.
We could also say that about Walter Payton. We could also say that about Jim Brown. Right? That Jim Brown was the best player in football when he was at his best, even if he didn't play more years than Barry Sanders. That in his stretch, he was the best football player on the field every game he played. We can't say that about Barry Sanders. We maybe would like to, but no. Barry Sanders is more in the Gale Sayers conversation, as far as I'm concerned. That Gale Sayers, for what he did, I mean, you know, the 6 touchdowns against the Niners, every kind of way, throwing for touchdowns, kick returns, punt returns, out of the backfield, legitimately a different style of runner than we had ever seen to that point. Orenthal, James Simpson, who falls more into the Barry Sanders category of a guy that couldn't get his team over the hump, unfortunately. The Dolphins and the Pittsburgh Steelers were a little much. A little much, right? That, okay. And then the eras matter. Barry Sanders couldn't beat the Redskins. Now, mind you, there is not a running back alive who would have beat the Redskins with the quarterbacks that the Detroit Lions had while Barry Sanders was on the team. I think the best quarterback he ever had playing for him may have been Rodney Peete.
And that's why I throw Barry Sanders out there, because everybody knew they were going to try to run because they could not throw.
So Barry Sanders averaged 5 yards a carry, which is kind of the thing that you circle with Barry Sanders. But Barry Sanders had 3,000 carries in his career. 3,000. Similar to that, I think in the right conversation is Adrian Peterson, who had 3,200 carries. They were 300 rushing yards apart. Now, bump that up to Frank Gore, who rushed for 700 more yards than Barry Sanders. Does that make him better? The difference between Emmitt, who rushed 4,400 times for 18,000 yards. Walter Payton, 3,800 carries, 1,600 plus yards. Curtis Martin, 3,500 carries, 14,000 yards. Then you get into Jim Brown. So for comparison's sake. So let's compare the two while I have them in front of me. Again, Barry Sanders with 3,000 carries. Jim Brown, shortened career, 2,359 carries. Barry Sanders with 15,269 yards. Jim Brown, 12,312 yards. Barry Sanders averaged 5 yards a carry. Jim Brown averaged 5.2 yards a carry. Apples to apples.
Brown never have a quarterback?
They had Frank Ryan. Yeah, they had a quarterback.
Okay.
In that era, because they were champions, but they weren't. I don't know what the crossover between Otto Graham and Jim Brown was.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think because if you got no passing game, maybe that's that 0.2 difference. But
Well,
in that
the
same
game
ballpark.
was the game, but Jim Brown rushing was the game. That was the apex.
So they're loading the box regardless. They knew that was the guy they needed to stop.
Oh, there was.
So to me, it's not really going to make a difference.
Yeah, it wasn't. It says here. Man, they really won't. People are weird. It asked the question. No, it wasn't. It wasn't Otto Graham. So Otto Graham would have been the best Cleveland Browns quarterback ever. As a matter of fact, Otto Graham is one of the most underrated football players ever.
Can you give me the Browns quarterbacks that like actually gave hope? Baker Mayfield, Graham.
Start with Bernie Kosar.
Okay.
So yeah, I was right. Man, I'm good. Frank Ryan was in fact Jim Brown's quarterback.
So at the beginning, you've been in the game for a while, DP.
Old head, back at it. Man, I can't remember what I had for lunch, but I knew Frank Ryan. Bruh, that is spectacular. Yeah. So the Brown quarterback, Jay Foreman and I have this conversation all the time. That if you go through, there's no greater comedy than to go through the quarterbacks of the Cleveland Browns.
Well, when I was growing up, they were still going through it. And everyone had the jerseys where like the names were going all the way to their ankles because they just kept taping them together and like new name, and all the quarterbacks they went through history. And even me as a young boy, I'm like, boy, that list is pretty long. That goes beyond my time.
This is a frightening thing, and it makes me laugh. Okay, so to tell you that when the organization starts in the 50s, Otto Graham, Hall of Famer, and to this day, still the greatest Cleveland Browns quarterback.
Okay.
Crazy numbers.
Legitimately
a
QB.
As good a football player on the planet during his era. Otto Graham was that guy.
So comparing this to the Browns, he's miles ahead of Grossman then, right?
Oh, geez. Then Milt Plum, who led them for 5 years. Frank Ryan then came in. Frank Ryan was their guy from 62. They had, here's an unknown fact here. Before he led the Chiefs to the Super Bowl, Len Dawson was actually starting quarterback for the Cleveland Browns, 1961, for one game. Little did we know.
One game.
One game straight to the expansion Chiefs. They take Lenny. Lenny goes over and leads them to the Frank Ryan. Led them from 61 until 67. Bill Nelson, meh.
How long did he play for?
Bill Nelson,
last stint was 7 years.
1, 2, 3, 4 years.
4 years are just kind of meh.
He handed it over to Mike Phipps. I want to believe that Phipps was a Purdue Boilermaker. I think that he was a Boilermaker. Hold on here. Let's see here. Man, I'm good.
Yep, you got it right, Mike Phipps.
I'm good. He was a Purdue Boilermaker. He was then replaced by Brian Sipe.
He was third overall pick in 1970.
Brian Sipe had some run. Brian Sipe had some sexiness. Put him along the lines of Steve DeBerg, where he had some years where he got it done, some years where you quite frankly weren't sure what was going on. I was actually a Brian Sipe fan. He loses the job to Bernie Kosar out of the University of Miami. Kosar then becomes iconic.
He was all right for him.
He was all right for him, but he kept getting hurt. And then Gary Danielson, of course, now of ABC play-by-play fame or analyst fame, went back and forth with Brian Sipe. Paul McDonald at USC had a couple of year run before Kosar takes over. Kosar until Mike Tomczak and Mike Pagel of Indianapolis Colts fame came in. Vinny Testaverde for a year and a half. He actually split with the latter version of Mark Rippon, Redskins Rippon. He played 3 games for him. Then the Eric Zaire from Georgia took over the starting job. He held it until, of course, the Browns left and moved. In the redo, they drafted Tim Couch, who was under center for 2 of 3 seasons. Ty Detmer got a run. Spurgeon Wynn got a run. Doug Peterson had an 8-game run. Jeff Garcia, Kelly Holcomb had a 10-game starting run. Luke McCown had a 4-game run.
We're fully into the chaos now.
Kelly Holcomb, Trent Dilfer for 11 years, and then the Charlie Fry run of 18 games. Derek Anderson for 18 games. Then back to Charlie Fry and Derek Anderson, drafted Brady Quinn and Ken Dorsey, Brad Gradkowski, Brady Quinn with another 9-game run. Colt McCoy with older Jake Delhomme. Seneca Wallace got a 4-start run. Brandon Whedon, the oldest rookie in the history of man. Thad Lewis, Jason Campbell on the bounce back. Brian Hoyer in 2013 got 16 starts. Johnny Manziel got 2 starts in 2014. Connor Shaw got a start in 2014. Josh McCown got 8. Manziel 6. Austin Davis got 2 starts for the Browns. Cody Kessler got 8 starts. RG3 with 5 starts. Josh McCown with 3. Deshaun Kaiser with a 15-game run. Kevin Hogan, the world famous Kevin Hogan with a start. Baker Mayfield with 13 starts. Tyrod Taylor with 3. Baker then holds it down for the next 46 starts. Case Keenum for 2. Nick Mullins got a start. Of course, the ever-popular and ever-present Jacoby Brissett for 11 starts. Deshaun Watson for 6 starts. Deshaun Watson gets another 6. 5 from Flacco. 3 from Dorian Thompson-Robinson with 3 starts. P.J. Walker with 2. Jeff Driscoll with a start. Jameis Winston with 7 starts. Back to Deshaun Watson for 7. Dorian Thompson for 2. And this is where I'm going to tie it all together. Before Joe Flacco took over, there was a player who started the last game of the season, last season for the Cleveland Browns. And somehow we tie this all together with the Nebraska Huskers. We'll go to break, and when we come back, I will tell you how the last starting quarterback for the Cleveland Browns in 2024 is tied to the Nebraska Huskers. We'll do it when we come back.
Welcome back, race fans, to the finish line every Sunday night. I'm James Rowland. Join Bree Marie and me every Sunday from 7 to 8 p.m. Welcome back, race fans, to the finish line every Sunday night. I'm James Rowland. Join Bree Marie and me every Sunday from 7 to 8 p.m. on 93.7 The Ticket FM or theticketfm.com for the finish line. All the latest news for local and national motorsports, all in one place. 93.7 The Ticket FM.
If you came across someone struggling with hunger, how would you recognize them?
By their clothes,
their age,
the way they speak. Hunger can be hard to recognize. Learn why at IamHungerInAmerica.org. Brought to you by Feeding America, 200 Food Banks Strong, and the Ad Council.
This is how we do every day. We be grinding, and if you wanna come and text us,
if you love them enough to turn off your music and pretend like their music is your music.
This is Mommy's jam.
Then surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Let's play it again.
Check today at NHTSA.gov/the right seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Ashiro's work is never done. You care for the house, the kids, and our future. We're so grateful for all you do. Now it's time to care for yourself and save a little more for retirement. A free 3-minute online chat can give you the personalized tips you need
to boost your retirement savings now. Visit aceyourretirement.org/Shiro today.
A public service announcement brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
In Nebraska, we show up when friends need help. We check in on our neighbors. That's why it's important to know the warning signs of suicide. If you have a friend or neighbor who's withdrawn, stressed, agitated, or talks about suicide, find out how you can help. Call, text, or chat 988 for 24/7 support. You have the power to save a life. Paid for by the University of Nebraska Public Policy Center. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Okay, kids, Dad's gonna teach you how to dance. First, spread your feet apart. Then, pump your knee, nod your head, shake your hips, and bite your lip ever so slightly. Now, with one hand in the air, point at people with the other hand. I call that the rock star.
Dance like a dad. It's a great way to make a moment with your kids.
Now, make a face like it just smells something bad.
Visit fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
There's no better way to spark a child's imagination than to get lost in the adventure of a good book. I'm Jenny Benson, president of NSEA. Working together, parents and teachers can help every child succeed. You can help by reading to your child and let your child read to you. Encourage reading in your home and make it a priority. Make reading fun and a time that you and your child look forward to spending together.
Sponsored by the Nebraska State Education Association, aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and the station.
Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket.
Okay, playing 93.7 The Ticket.
Alexa, turn down the lights.
Dimming the lights.
Alexa, order a pizza, the big one, all the toppings.
Are you sure that's a good idea?
Alexa.
That's a lot of pizza for just one man.
Alexa, just do it. Stop judging me, just do it.
As you wish.
Thanks, Alexa. You're my best friend.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize to participate in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the KNTK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contests, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
Mario fue pintor más de 30 años. Cuando me dijo que se le estaban olvidando las cosas, fue difícil. Un día me dijeron que pintara el marco del lado por dentro y pinté el lado de afuera.
Yo le diría a la gente que le diga a su familia lo que está pasando con él.
Si algo se nota diferente, podría ser Alzheimer. Es momento de hablarlo. Visita alz.org/nuestras historias para saber más. Un mensaje de The Alzheimer's Association y The Ad Council.
You're listening to One on One with DP, brought to you by Canopy Street Market on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back. We went all the way down to the rabbit hole.
Let the Houston,
like all the way down the rabbit hole, went through every single Cleveland Browns starting quarterback, and it led us to 2024, where Jameis Winston started, Deshaun Watson, Dorian Thompson-Robinson, and then it gets saucy. This is when it gets saucy. Let me give you some of the stats here. In his freshman year, he threw for 1,500 yards with 5 touchdowns and 10 interceptions. Now, I said the connection was Nebraska, right? That was the full circle, was Nebraska.
And this quarterback for the Browns who started the last game in 2024, his freshman year in college, he was 5 touchdowns, 10 picks.
5 touchdowns,
1,500
10
yards.
picks, 1,500 yards. As a sophomore, he threw for 3,800 yards, 35 tutties, 15 picks.
Oh, okay. Big jump.
As a junior, he passed for 15 touchdowns and only 1 interception.
Okay.
Only 1 interception that year, 15. And then he transferred. He hit the transfer portal. Do you know where he transferred to Western Kentucky? But do you know where he put those 3 years worth of stats at?
I know.
Houston Christian University. Houston Christian University.
It might have been Houston Baptist at his time.
Sir, it was. It was Houston Baptist before it became Houston Christian. He also was the last starter for the Cleveland Browns in 2024. So before Shador, before Dylan, before Joe Flacco, there was Bailey Zappa.
Oh, that's right.
Bailey Zappa.
I forgot how much fun people were having with him at the end.
Bruh.
Zappa was an electric last name.
Zappa started his college career at Houston Baptist.
Oh man, I want to go back and watch that game to see. You know when they do the intros?
Yep.
Wonder if he shouts out Houston Christian
Does he say Christian or Baptist?
He probably says neither. He probably says, what was the school he transferred
Western
to?
Kentucky.
Yeah, he probably says Western Kentucky.
Western Kentucky, probably. But pretty fantastic. Now, that also took me down another rabbit hole because the assumption is that he would be the only NFL player.
I would think so.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Did you know that they have a reigning, defending Super Bowl champion member of the Philadelphia Eagles from Houston Christian University? Linebacker. Sir, just want you to say he had 21 tackles last year, 1.5 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, 1 pass defended. He had 26 tackles in 10 games in 2021. He moved to defensive line, was second team All Southland Conference, either holding or tying the conference lead in tackles for loss, 11.5, sacks, 7, forced fumbles, 3. He returned and was named the Southland Conference Defensive Player of the Year and an All-American. Ended his 2-year Houston Christian stint with 133 tackles, 20.5 tackles for loss, 13.5 sacks, was invited to the Senior Bowl, became the first player from the school to ever receive that honor, as well as only one of 4 players from an FCS school to get an invitation that year. Jalix Hunt.
What?
Hunt is a Houston Christian Husky.
They got NFL talent over there, boys. We got to watch out this weekend.
Hey, man. Listen, this is the beauty of it. You get in the space, right? And you try to go through. Now, you also have to get in the game. Now, they had a third NFL player back in the day, Caleb Johnson.
Really?
Caleb Johnson. Who did he play for?
Great question.
You know who drafted him?
Chargers?
Your Chicago Bears.
He was drafted by the Bears?
No, he was undrafted, but he made the team.
Oh, okay.
He was the first Houston Baptist player to sign an NFL contract and made the 53-man roster.
That's the third. Three legit NFL talents.
Bro.
Zappy's the least of them,
bro.
Ironically.
Yeah. He was with the Falcons until August 23rd. Just got released.
Not a bad career.
Now,
that is amazing that Houston Christian had these athletes that never would have connected them to.
Give him credit.
Give
him credit. You better give him. Now, Houston Baptist baseball team, the Houston Christian participated in the 2025 NCAA Division I baseball tournament after winning the Southland Conference tournament.
That's more believable than those guys having NFL
They
talent.
advanced to the Austin Regional. Of course, they were knocked out by the Texas Longhorns.
I can see it though. They probably got some really good baseball talent around there.
They got hitters,
and they can get hot at the right time.
They hit bombs.
Mm-hmm.
Houston. That I know about Houston Baptist baseball. They hit bombs. As a matter of fact, they showboat a bit. A lot of bat toss going on. Yeah, there's a lot going on. What if I told you that there's another alumni of Houston Baptist? Houston Baptist. He won. Let's see. At one point, he was number 2 in the world. The number 2 golfer in the world.
What era?
1996.
96.
96. He was number 2 in the world. He finished 8th in the Masters, 2nd at the PGA, 2nd at the U.S. Open, 4 times.
They still golfing?
He also he finished 2nd in the Open Championships in 2005.
2005.
So 2005, 2006, won all sorts of awards. He was inducted into the World Golf Hall of Fame 2013. 2013. I would imagine that he's in the conversation as one of the best golfers to never have won a major championship after finishing 2nd on 5 separate occasions. Colin Montgomery. Colin Montgomery is a Houston Christian Husky.
Those guys have a cooler alma mater than you'd probably swing at.
Monty came all the way over from Scotland to
Houston Christian.
Houston Christian.
Play some golf with the boys.
Bruh, like, again,
not a name I would ever pick for a tiny school like that coming overseas.
Bruh.
I guess a Christian school, maybe that makes more sense. But yeah, because he wants to go to some. I have no idea how they got that.
Bruh, isn't that fantastic?
I wonder if he was highly touted or if they just found a gem and secretly recruited him and got him down there.
They've got the story. Hold on, let me pull up the story because it told the story. Okay, so yep, he was one of the first British golfers to go to the United States.
Oh, so they did something different.
They did something different,
and it paid off in a major way.
They did something different. His father was the managing director of Fox's Biscuits. I have no idea what that is, but I need to know now. He spent a number of years with the Likely Golf Club, where he was tutored by past professional Bill Ferguson, educated at both Leeds Grammar School and the Strathallan School, Perthshire. During his time in Leeds, he became a supporter of Leeds United, big time. Matter of fact, he would show up at games. His father later became the secretary of the Royal Troon Golf Club, one of Scotland's most famous clubs. And then he became the first, where he played, 1983. He won 3 Scottish amateur tournaments, the Amateur Stroke Play and the Amateur Championship. Played for Great Britain and Ireland twice in the Eisenhower Trophy. Played twice for him in the Walker Cup. Was also part of the Scottish team of the European Amateur Team Championship. Then turned pro in 1988 and was named Rookie of the Year in the European Tour.
I'm starting to like Houston Christian. They're starting to grow on me.
Listen, this is what happens. For these types of games is that you have to do and now I feel bad because we did not do that for Akron. And I feel terrible.
I
feel terrible. I feel terrible that we did not go down but you know what? We can fix that right now.
I was gonna say, let's go to
let's
Zips
go,
alma mater. Greatest.
Let's go to the Zips. And let's see what it is, the student life. Of course, they actually were known as the Akron Zippers. They had a run where they did not abbreviate it to the Zips. They were the Zippers.
Zip sounds better. Good job.
In the 1920s and 1930s. What do you think their mascot is?
A zip? To me, it's
Zippy
the Thunderbolt?
Zippy the kangaroo.
Oh, come on. There's die-in somewhere.
And get this. Zippy, because it has the pouch, is one of 8 female mascots in the entire country. There's only 8. There's only 8 female college mascots in the United States. Now we must Google.
Yeah,
now we must fully Google
Texas A&M's dog, right?
Reveille?
And that's female, right?
Oh, Harrison.
Like a boy?
We're gonna have to. Now we're gonna have to Google.
Sorry, Aggie Nation.
Get to Google 8 female college athletes mascots. Their major rivalry is Kent State, the Golden Flashes. They won their first MEAC in 2005, which allowed them to compete in the Motor City Bowl. Their first bowl appearance where they lost to the Memphis Tigers. They won a national title in soccer, men's Division I soccer, 2009. Didn't know that. They also have not won an NCAA tournament game, sir.
Nothing to be ashamed of. That it's hard,
sir.
It's a hard thing to do. We don't mock others,
Sir. Tough.
You got an idea who those 8 female mascots are?
Tough.
So we can
bro.
get off that subject. It's a hard one.
Tough, sir. So we mentioned going back to the Cleveland Browns. There was a starting quarterback that we mentioned that was an Akron Zip.
Zappy.
No.
There's another one?
There's another one. This is Akron. This is Akron.
there's a Browns and Houston Christian pipeline going on. Oh, Akron. Okay. Nice.
Charlie Fry played for the Akron Zips. That is hilarious. There are 3 Akron Zips who made it to the major leagues. Chris Bassett, Mike Birkbeck, and Mark Malaska. None of them very good, apparently.
I did totally say Utavius Brown was a Zip at one point.
Right down our alley. Do you know that there is a WWE Women's Champion who graduated as an Akron Zip?
Ripley?
No.
Oh, she seemed like a Zip girl.
No. Alexa Bliss. Bliss, your girl Alexa Bliss is an Akron Zip, bruh. So good. Oh, we gotta go to break. That's so good. When we come back, Harrison will give us the 8 female college mascots. We'll be right back.
This is where it happens. Long hikes with friends, kayaking adventures with family, more horseback riding, zipline gliding, rock face climbing, hammock camping fun than you could ever imagine. And it's all outdoors, amongst the trees and across the prairie, here beneath Nebraska skies. Plan an outing today at yournebraskaadventure.com. Sponsored by Nebraska Game and Parks, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Hey, it's me, your cell phone. We need to talk about something serious. I know you love me. I know you like using me wherever you are, but I feel like this isn't working out when you're driving. I know you may think that it's possible to focus both on me and the road, but I just don't feel the same way. I think we should spend time away from each other when you're driving. It's for the best.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org, a message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Okay, kids, Dad's gonna teach you how to dance. First, spread your feet apart. Then, pump your knee, nod your head, shake your hips, and bite your lip ever so slightly. Now, with one hand in the air, point at people with the other hand. I call that the rock star.
Dance like a dad. It's a great way to make a moment with your kids.
Now, make a face like it just smells something bad.
Visit fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
There's no better way to spark a child's imagination than to get lost in the adventure of a good book. I'm Jenny Benson, president of NSEA. Working together, parents and teachers can help every child succeed. You can help by reading to your child and let your child read to you. Encourage reading in your home and make it a priority. Make reading fun and a time that you and your child look forward to spending together.
Sponsored by the Nebraska State Education Association, aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
As an 18-year-old, I let my mistakes kind of take over my life. I was 0.5 credits away from completing high school, and I didn't do it.
10 years later, at age 28, Jackie finished her high school diploma.
When I found out that I was pregnant, I know that I had to do something for myself if I wanted to make her a better person and provide a better life for her. My family never stopped pushing for me to be better because they knew what I could become and who I could become as a person. My support team is amazing. The educational director, my sister, and even my 7-year-old daughter has just been more than the support that I could ask for. I've been given an opportunity, and I'm just thankful for it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Hi, this is Pastor Tom. Did you know there's a place kids can seek out help when they're away from home and something goes wrong? They find themselves in a difficult spot or even a dangerous situation. Maybe another child is bullying them or a stranger is following them. Perhaps on a date and things just go bad. In Lincoln, here's where they can find help. It's called Safe Place. Safe Place is a national program for children taking place in thousands of cities across the United States. The People City Mission is sponsoring this program in our community and has set up a number of businesses, fire stations, schools, and nonprofits around the city to become safe locations where kids can seek out help. They just need to look for the big yellow sign that says Safe Place on it. Then go inside and ask for help. We will be quickly connected to them and ensure they make it back home or to whatever resources are needed. If you'd like to find out more about Safe Place and ways in which you can get involved, just go to pcmlincoln.org. Remember, when we all do a little, we change a lot.
When you live a tobacco-free life, you're free to live more fully. You're free to be more active and to breathe easier when you are, to be more present with family and friends, and to enjoy food and drinks more fully without nicotine dulling your senses. Tobacco-free can mean better physical health, mental health, and financial health. Giving up tobacco can give you more life. Learn more at quitnow.ne.gov. Paid for by Tobacco Free Nebraska. Aired in association with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
I think it's just vapor. Vaping is safer than smoking, isn't it?
There's really not even that much nicotine in them, right?
One vape pod has as much nicotine as one pack of cigarettes.
My kid
knows it's dangerous. 5.4 million American kids vape, and most think it's harmless. Get your head out of the cloud. Talk to your kid about vaping. Visit talkaboutvaping.org. That's talkaboutvaping.org. Brought to you by the American Lung Association and the Ad Council.
Hi, Sean Callahan here of HuskerOnline.com, inviting you to join us here on 93.7 The Ticket every Saturday morning now. In our new time, we're on from 8 to 9 with the weekly Husker Online radio show. We'll give you the latest in recruiting. We'll talk about what's going on with both football, basketball, and we'll probably share a few stories from the inside. It's every Saturday morning right here on 93.7 The Ticket. It's the Husker Online radio show from 8 to 9 a.m.
You're listening to One-on-One with DP, brought to you by Canopy Street Market on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Paint your face. Pump up your biceps. I'm now totally lost and distracted. Run around the room. Run around the room. Just this is what's going to happen, because now it's the Ultimate Warrior. That's the Ultimate Warrior. Now we've been talking about it, and we're going to go down the path coming up. We'll put a pin here because the Ultimate Warrior, I just figured out where the Ultimate Warrior went to college.
Why don't you be like an Ivy League? Harvard.
Harrison. These wrestlers, the spirits of those who have passed are going to come back and get you for calling them dumb.
Harvard didn't accept me either, so don't sweat it.
Oh,
tough place.
So we have a list of where some of these folks went to college, and it is exceptional. It is exceptional. But first, to close this hour out and to set you up for the 11 o'clock hour, we, again, all the way down several rabbit holes at once. And where we ended up was that there are eight female college mascots. Now, off the top of your head, you may get one or two, but I am positive that there's no one who knows all 8 and knows the name of them and the story. And I cannot bury the lead. I must expose this because Nebraska fans deserve to know this, because I didn't know. I would have flunked the test. Did you know that the second there's only 2 live mascots on the list? This particular female can reach the speed of 25 miles per hour and has been known to bully her handlers. I did not know that Ralphie the Buffalo was female. I had no idea. And I'm mad at all of my friends. I'm mad at all the listeners for never telling me that Ralphie was a girl.
I'm disappointed in myself, DP.
Nobody told me that Ralphie was a girl. And I am forever changed. Now, they said 8, but there's actually more than 8.
It depends. Some have like a weird situation where they have an alternate mascot. They can put on the woman. I don't know. They put makeup on the crocodile.
That may be the greatest explanation ever. Alternate mascot. See, this is why this will be the #1 late night show in all of the state, because quite frankly, you're going to get information in these 2 hours that you cannot get anywhere else. Now, remember what started all this? Zippy, the kangaroo. In 2007, Zippy was the winner of the National Capital One Mascot of the Year award. You go, Zippy.
Setting waves.
Zippy, Arizona. Almost 30 years. This one arrived on the scene in 1986. She loves to high-five students around campus and make people feel the Wildcat spirit. Her name is Wilma Wildcat of the Arizona Wildcats. Now, my second favorite. She appeared in the 1990s, and her name is derived from the popular Calling of the Hogs chant. Woo Pig Suey. Her name is Sue E. Pig. Shut up and give Sue E. Pig. Hire that marketing company right now. Hire them and give them all the bonus.
I like how some of these names are, they try, and then some of these that we'll get to, like,
this is just,
some of them are just normal names.
This is brilliant. Harrison, we're going to stop right there and come back and finish this list. If we have given you nothing, we gave you Ralphie the girl, Zippy, the former mascot of the year, Wilma Wildcat from Arizona, and Sue E. Pig. We'll have more when we come back to the ticket.
Welcome back, race fans, to the finish line every Sunday night. I'm James Rowland. Join Bree Marie and me every Sunday from 7 to 8 p.m. on 93.7 The Ticket FM or theticketfm.com for the finish line. All the latest news for local and national motorsports, all in one place. 93.7 The Ticket FM.
Hi, this is Pastor Tom. Did you know there's a place kids can seek out help when they're away from home and something goes wrong? They find themselves in a difficult spot or even a dangerous situation. Maybe another child is bullying them or a stranger is following them. Perhaps on a date and things just go bad. In Lincoln, here's where they can find help. It's called Safe Place. Safe Place is a national program for children taking place in thousands of cities across the United States. The People Seeding Mission is sponsoring this program in our community and has set up a number of businesses, fire stations, schools, and nonprofits around the city to become safe locations where kids can seek out help. They just need to look for the big yellow sign that says Safe Place on it. Then go inside and ask for help. We will be quickly connected to them and ensure they make it back home or to whatever resources are needed. If you'd like to find out more about Safe Place and ways in which you can get involved, just go to pcmlincoln.org. Remember, when we all do a little, we change a lot.
Experience the Landmark difference with the next level of dealer support. Landmark, your local John Deere dealer, continually works to have parts on hand the first time you walk in the door. Our internal route system means we can get the parts to you typically same or next day to keep you up and running. At Landmark, we understand time is money. Get more uptime with our after-hours parts and service support on the phone or in the field. Stop by your local Landmark today to experience the Landmark difference.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Big news, Nebraska. Love Omaha is now Love Nebraska. This is more than just a new name. It's a tribute to what Nebraska represents in the world of volleyball. It's still the same team with the same mission, led by players you know and love. Now backed by a new ownership group led by Jordan Larson. As Love Nebraska, they're entering an exciting new chapter, pushing for a championship title in 2026 and building new opportunities for the next generation of players across the state. They want you with them. Let's show the world how Nebraska plays volleyball. Join the movement at lovneb.com and sign up to become a Love Nebraska Insider today.
Have you heard about Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center? Located at 7555 Pioneers Boulevard, Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center offers compassionate, patient-focused care and provides outpatient surgery services, making it possible to have non-emergency surgery and return home the same day. Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center specializes in cardiology, vascular radiology, orthopedics, pain management, and much, much more. Give them a call today at 402-261-1085 or online at amimaging.com.
Men in Nebraska can be set in their ways, but they can also be quick to change their minds. Just 10 minutes can be enough to step back and rethink the life-ending decision of suicide. If you have a friend or family member who's struggling with depression, talk to them about temporarily storing their guns away from their home. Paid for by the University of Nebraska Public Policy Center. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Sometimes I just cannot believe all the storms we've gone through here. I can only hope that we'll be able to leave this house to you one day, baby. You're our legacy.
Planning for these disasters will make sure we're safe, and is the best way to protect that legacy.
Protect your legacy. Visit ready.gov/plan for the tools and tips you need to start your emergency preparedness plan today. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
We've been hunting these fields north of Kearney since high school. My buddy Ryan has always been my wingman, the life of the party. But I saw a change, and he got really down. Talked about his life being worthless.
If you know someone who's struggling, talk to them about temporarily storing their guns away from their home, taking care of friends and neighbors. It's what we do in Nebraska. Paid for by the University of Nebraska Public Policy Center, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Okay, kids, Dad's gonna teach you how to dance. First, spread your feet apart. Then, pump your knee, nod your head, shake your hips, and bite your lip ever so slightly. Now, with one hand in the air, point at people with the other hand. I call that the rock star.
Dance like a dad. It's a great way to make a moment with your kids.
Now, make a face like it just smells something bad.
Visit fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
It's time to go one-on-one with DP. Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America, on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Here is your host, Derek Pearson, brought to you by Canopy Street Market.
the final hour of the day. Hope you've had a fantastic Tuesday. And then we'll head to a Wednesday and carry you through. 402-464-5685. If you want in, follow on all the live video streams, Facebook, YouTube, X, Allo Channel 961. We're making history, and I'm proud of it and just thrilled.
We're exposing some universities. Well, just one, at least. Just one.
Man, I have tried to make sense of this in full.
They didn't wave at me.
Sorry. It's the black hat.
Yeah, sure. That's what it is.
It's the black hat. There's nothing else, sir. Don't make me come after you.
I'm not going to lie. There's some of these nights where...
I'll tell family secrets.
I always love people walking downtown Lincoln. It's a little bit humbling sometimes when you get like real athletes in there, and it's like, oh, okay, the attention is...
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Button guy.
Oh, yeah.
The talent.
Yeah, focus 100%. If you're driving down O Street,
so funny.
11th and O, we're waving at you as well. We have gone down the rabbit hole in several forms. So if you just joined us, let me tell you how we started. We started with just giving some history to Houston Christian and going down that alumni pool, and then recognizing somehow through connecting the Cleveland Browns starting quarterbacks through history to Houston Christian through Bailey Zappa. And bravo to that, right? In full. Bravo. Now, we then decided that we were going to, because of Akron, we went back a week because we hadn't given Akron its due credit. We then found out that Akron had a mascot. The mascot is a kangaroo named Zippy, who was the 2007 mascot of the year. Female, only to be told that there were only eight colleges with female mascots, only to find out that wasn't true, because we found a bunch amongst them, and who we've already discussed, of course, Zippy, Wilma Wildcat of the University of Arizona. We found out that Ralphie was a female. Ralphie the Buffalo is a female. Not that I have a problem with that, other than the fact that I was unaware.
I think it's just intentionally unaware, right? Because I think they probably would have taken a male buffalo, but they don't want to deal with that.
Well, a little bit ornery, I would imagine. But we're told that Ralphie also abuses handlers, so that's not just beholden to male buffalo.
Also, you named the woman Buffalo Ralphie, so I think I know what you guys are trying to do.
I don't know, and wasn't sure, but it's really a thing. Then we found out that the name of the Arkansas mascot is Sue E. Pig.
Best name so far.
Oh, easily. Temple, a great horned owl. Stella is her name. Began her career as Temple's live mascot in 2013. During home games, she can be found cheering on the sidelines of Lincoln Financial Field alongside Temple's official mascot. Ready for this?
I see it. I read it.
Hooter. Hooter.
See, what always cracks me up
Why
about
wouldn't you
this,
just name Stella Hooter?
Well, you get Hooter, and then you get the woman. It's like, oh, we need a woman named Stella.
Right.
We'll go through some of these.
Like the layup was there. Great business partnership.
Hooter and you know, I can think of the male name too, but I won't.
Well, but that's the thing. This is when the South just takes over. The South in 2008, Arkansas State changed their mascot name to Red Wolves, which led to the creation of their new mascot, which is now paired with Howl. They are, in one fan's point of view, the cutest mascot couple in the universe. Her name is Scarlet, as they would say. I'm sure there's some reference to the movie Gone in the Wind.
I bet you there is.
Yeah.
Whoever made the name was a big fan.
Oh, Sasha the Cougar. They didn't even try.
That's my favorite.
They didn't even try. Houston, do better.
We just need a woman name.
Houston, do
Call
better.
it Sasha.
Listen, you tell me Sasha wrote the check. Some woman named Sasha wrote the check. That in 1995, the Houston Cheerleaders put a box in the middle of the field And the game announcers brought up the gift that the team was giving to Shasta the Cougar. Shasta the Cougar. He opened the box and out popped Sasha.
Oh, okay. So that's where they get Sasha, because the Shasta.
Sasha.
Not as bad as I gave it credit.
Why is Shasta a good name?
It would have been a good opportunity just to rework the whole thing,
but they've been sidekicks ever since. They don't call them a couple. They do not call them a couple.
All right.
In 2011, it was determined that Toledo needed a counterpart to help spread UT Toledo's spirit throughout the community. So, Roxy the Rockette, who is the sidekick of Rocky. So, Rocky and Roxy.
That's pretty good.
Well, just spell it R-O-X-Y instead of, but no, Toledo Roxy, R-O-C-K-S-Y.
Oh, they do spell weird.
Yeah, you're doing too much. I did not know this as well. The North Carolina State mascot is Mr. Wolf, who became married when he was paired with Ms. Wolf, who then became Mrs. Wolf. And it's W-F, Wolf.
So they had the full engagement to officially married.
Yeah, they had a wedding in front of, and oh, you ready for this? So they got married in front of 12,000 NC State fans. Do you know who performed the wedding?
Red Hot Chili Peppers. I have no idea.
The Wake Forest Demon Deacon.
That's come on.
Stop it. You magnificent people, you. That is exceptional.
DP, do we need a
Bruh.
Helena
Bruh.
Oscar? I don't know.
Bruh. Oh my goodness, Herbster. Now, this one's a newcomer. It's a jaguar from South Alabama. Has been described as prissy, flirty, feminine, feline.
Yeah,
that is a cool cat. Now, remember, this is Alabama.
You said the descriptors were sexy, flirty, or
Literally the way they wrote it, prissy, flirty, feminine, feline. That is a cool cat.
Okay.
Miss Paula. They named their mascot Miss Paula.
Real flirty name.
It is Alabama. Miss Paula. Does she show up with a picture of sweet and iced tea? Oh my God. Miss Paula. Oh, you're my new favorite. You're my new favorite, Miss Paula.
Prissy, flirty, feminine feline.
Prissy, flirty.
That is a cool cat.
They said that. Oh.
And then named her Miss Paula.
They said that. You asked the question if Reveille is.
Yeah,
is
I was
female.
right.
No, Miss Reveille.
Oh, there's another one.
Yeah, there's another one. So the first of two live mascots has reigned as First Lady of Aggie Land since 1931. She's cared for by a mascot corporal who cares for her all year. She goes to class with him or her, out on dates, and even home for the holidays. The mascot corporal, in turn, escorts her to all her functions and Aggie engagements. Now, she goes to class. She goes on dates. Harrison?
Mm-hmm. Just the Aggie lifestyle.
I told you it's a cult. I told you it's a cult. I told you.
It's not. Did you see the cemetery they have? It's not a cult, DP.
Oh.
For all the former greats.
For all the yells. Whoop! Have you had an Aggie whoop, a former student whoop at you? Have they done that for you?
No.
They do whoop and then gig them. You know.
Yeah, I know that. I understand.
Yeah. It's
not
a thing.
happening.
It's a thing, sir. It's a thing. Like I can't.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't go to that university and do all the Yeah. I mean,
I know it all too well. I told you I spent too many nights, too many Saturdays with Aggie former students.
There's a
watching
risk
football
to falling in love with tradition.
Yep, it is. Cult is the word you're looking for. Cult is the word you're looking for. Marigold, the lovable bear, was introduced during the 2017 football season, and with counterpart Bruiser, she entertains Baylor fans, young and old, across the state of Texas and the country. In fact, Marigold has even entertained in Shanghai, China.
Okay.
Marigold from Baylor. Lobo Lucy from New Mexico. Created in the early 1980s, Lucy joined Louie, so Lucy and Louie, which was created in the 1960s, and both are now members of the cheerleading squad. They're actually cheerleaders. I don't know if I knew this or not, but that UCLA's mascot, the first female mascot, joined the sideline back in 1967. Josie is best known for blowing kisses like a beauty queen, waving like she's British royalty, and most importantly, bear hugs, and lots of them. Josephine Bruin.
No idea.
Nope. Spent time out there hanging with the Bruins. Never knew. Never knew.
Never talked to you, huh?
Frida Falcon. Bowling Green.
Sickest mascot on the list so far.
Frida Falcon. Though she made initial appearance back in 1966, she emerged officially in 1980 as Freddie Falcon's little sister and sidekick. Together, they've been known to sport trademark orange Chuck Taylors. That is their trademark. Bowling Green's orange Chuck Taylors. And then finally, so apparently the female counterpart to Albert, who was created in 1984, she loves playing practical jokes on fans with her spider on a stick. And her personality is the perfect mix of sassy and classy. Her name is Alberta Gator. Alberta Gator, who is the sidekick of Albert Gator.
I'm seeing the vision here.
How much do you think they paid these marketing people? Like, how much time was spent putting a list of names together? Right? Like Herbie, like Lil Red. Were you old enough? Was Lil Red around after you? Like, he's younger than you.
When I was growing up, Lil Red was
He's younger than you, right? So at some point there was like a committee. Like there was this a group, and they came together and said, Herbie is not enough. Now, mind you, how many times they got Herbie wrong? Right? Because he was corn cob man, and you know.
I don't know what they're doing with Herbie sometimes.
So
even the latest rendition.
Yeah, I you know,
blonde hair, blue eyes, cool.
But there's no female version. He has no female sidekick. Oh, you're just letting Herbie be old and alone.
He wants to be a bachelor, man. Too many corn to husk.
Except for he's hanging out with Lil Red.
Yeah. Oh. Cut your mic. I hope not. Not Lil Red.
Oh no.
You're gonna have to cut Lil Red out of the picture just so I can forget about this.
Jeez. Oh my word.
I'm just gonna be looking for Lil Red.
Find that man a woman. Find her. Can we find Herbie a wife? Did he ever have a wife?
No.
Did he ever have a girlfriend?
No.
No. Mr. Corncob Man had a sidekick, a female sidekick. I just remember her in the white skirt, like, you know, fist bumping or whatever.
I don't know. It was one off.
Oh,
maybe not lonely for one night, but.
Oh man.
I mean, if we talking about the marketing people, I mean, they put some money into it because we were close to being the bug eaters. I don't know what that would look like at all.
Okay, if you ask AI,
what does AI say?
If you ask them if Herbie Husker has a wife,
It does not say Little Red. Does
it says, "Are you ready for this?"
It says
Harrison. Harrison, this is what it says. I'm not making this up. I want you to come around here and see it, so you know I'm not making this up. And I'm going to read it while he's over here. It says, "No, Herbie Husker does not have a wife. While the University of Nebraska has a second mascot, Little Red, they are officially described as, and in air quotes, best friends and are not related to each other." They're best friends. You need to get Herbie a girl.
Just friends.
Let's get
just some boys just hanging out till 3 a.m.
Just Herbie just imagine his little friend. He's not a real person. He's just my little friend.
You know, I've been alone for a long time, Little Red.
Herbie is just get that man a woman.
Or just get Little Red some help. I don't know what we got to do.
Little Richie, okay?
A little welfare check. Don't even talk to him in a while just to see how he's holding up.
Oh my goodness. Herbie is the older of two official mascots, created in 1974, picked as a farmer. He says, and of course, and it really goes on and says, they are not a couple. It actually says that. Because the university specifies that Herbie and Little Red are not a couple and are not related by family, but are presented just, oh no.
Okay, hold on. Say that last
as
part.
close companions. Oh no.
Not related.
Oh no.
Close companions. Why can't they just be brothers?
Why can't they just be?
Why don't you just hop over the hurdle and say they're brothers?
They're in a frat.
A frat with a 13-year-old looking mascot and 35-year-old.
Oh no. Oh.
You don't just hang out with 13-year-olds?
Bro, this is tough. This is tough. Oh man.
I like how AI's.
Oh, AI went all over it, man. Yeah. They were all about it. And then somebody asked the question, serious question, is there anyone out there that actually likes Brunette Herbie? I outright refuse to own any merchandise with Brunette Herbie on it. Because I only associate that version with mediocrity and losing. That's the one with the solid jaw, like the full jaw.
Mm-hmm.
Were you particular or no?
I didn't like the upgrade with quotation marks. It just keeps the old one. The old one looked way better in my mind.
Yeah, I mean, it made sense. I don't know. Like, I didn't understand the whole blonde thing. I not mine to understand, but
the biggest offense to it was like, well, we wanted to make it look more like a Midwestern. Oh, so you just made him uglier.
I
got a downgrade in looks.
I didn't know. I didn't know Crowbait shows up. Since I always thought Little Red was like Herbie's kid.
I would like to think so. It'd be a healthier
Crowbait. I don't have an answer for that. I don't have. Listen, this is all new to me.
It's too new.
This is all new to me. I'm just trying to get some understanding of it.
Just companions.
They described it as. Oh man, that is. Oh man. Okay. All right.
What would you name the female mascot if you could? Husker female mascot.
Wait a minute. Okay. What you have to ask.
Lady of the Corn. It's tough with corn. I don't know how you're mixing.
Well,
this in
here's the problem, because there is no direct feminine form of the name Herbie.
Mm-hmm.
Herbie is a masculine name derived from Germanic Herbert, meaning illustrious warrior. However, he says you could create a feminine equivalent by using names with similar Germanic roots and meanings.
Hermione or something like that.
Harmonic?
Harmonic sounds terrible.
Oh, no. They came up with some suggestions.
Read some of them.
Oh, they're not good.
I try to get a female name out of Herbie. I want to hear him.
Ethelred.
Oh, God.
Fred and Ethelred. Herbie and Ethelred. Matilda.
No.
Meaning strength in battle. Erlene.
These are like the names my mom wanted to name me.
Erlene. Bernadette.
No.
These are there.
We have to go like only 50s names?
Oh, they said, and the worst of them, Hermina.
Not even trying on that one. Just throw Ina at the end of Herm.
Oh no. Oh,
I could do better than that.
Poor Herbie.
Poor little Red. Anything off the app, DP?
Oh man. All the way down the rabbit hole. Just so far down the rabbit hole.
Maybe it went too deep this time.
Oh man, it's late night, so this is what we're doing. We'll throw it a break. We'll come back. We did find some information on WWE wrestlers and where they went to college.
Mm-hmm.
We started with John Cena. Well, actually, we started with Alexa Bliss because we found out she's in Akron Zip. And then we need to go look. And we found out that, again, I didn't know that John Cena was an
All-American.
All-American center. So we'll talk about some of those when we come back to the ticket.
1 in 3 adults has prediabetes. 1 in 3. That means it could be you, your football buddy, your football buddy, or you, your best man, your worst man, you, your dog walker, your cat jogger. While 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes, with early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org. That's doihaveprediabetes.org.
Wait, did they just say 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes? That's 33.33333% of adults. That means it could be me, my boss, or my boss's boss, or me, my favorite sister, or my other sister. That's 7 members of my 21-person romantic book club. Wait, the 1 in 3 could be me, my karaoke partner Carol, or my karaoke enemy Jeff. I'm going to take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Brought to you by the Ad Council and its Prediabetes Awareness Partners.
When you live a tobacco-free life, you're free to live more fully. You're free to be more active and to breathe easier when you are, to be more present with family and friends, and to enjoy food and drinks more fully without nicotine dulling your senses. Tobacco-free can mean better physical health, mental health, and financial health. Giving up tobacco can give you more life. Learn more at quitnow.ne.gov. Paid for by Tobacco Free Nebraska, aired in association with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
There's no better way to spark a child's imagination than to get lost in the adventure of a good book. I'm Jenny Benson, president of NSEA. Working together, parents and teachers can help every child succeed. You can help by reading to your child and let your child read to you. Encourage reading in your home and make it a priority. Make reading fun and a time that you and your child look forward to spending together.
Sponsored by the Nebraska State Education Association, aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Hi, this is Pastor Tom. Did you know there's a place kids can seek out help when they're away from home and something goes wrong? They find themselves in a difficult spot or even a dangerous situation. Maybe another child is bullying them or a stranger is following them. Perhaps on a date and things just go bad. In Lincoln, here's where they can find help. It's called Safe Place. Safe Place is a national program for children taking place in thousands of cities across the United States. The People City Mission is sponsoring this program in our community and has set up a number of businesses, fire stations, schools, and nonprofits around the city to become safe locations where kids can seek out help. They just need to look for the big yellow sign that says Safe Place on it. Then go inside and ask for help. We will be quickly connected to them and ensure they make it back home or to whatever resources are needed. If you'd like to find out more about Safe Place and ways in which you can get involved, just go to pcmlincoln.org. Remember, when we all do a little, we change a lot.
As an 18-year-old, I let my mistakes kind of take over my life. I was 0.5 credits away from completing high school, and I didn't do it.
10 years later, at age 28, Jackie finished her high school diploma.
When I found out that I was pregnant, I know that I had to do something for myself if I wanted to make her a better person and provide a better life for her. My family never stopped pushing for me to be better because they knew what I could become and who I could become as a person. My support team is amazing. The educational director, my sister, and even my 7-year-old daughter has just been more than the support that I could ask for. I've been given an opportunity, and I'm just thankful for it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
If you came across someone struggling with hunger, how would you recognize them? By their clothes, their age, the way they speak? Would you notice a 16-year-old boy who got his first job,
not for extra spending money, but to help feed his little sisters?
or a mother who's in between jobs and sometimes goes to bed hungry so her kids can have dinner? Or a 14-year-old girl who signs up to every after-school activity, not to make friends, but just to get something to eat? Or a retiree who fell ill and had to choose
between getting medicine or groceries.
I am the 1 in 8 Americans who struggle with hunger. People you pass by every day but never knew were hungry. I am hunger in America.
Hunger can be hard to recognize. Learn why at IamHungerInAmerica.org. Brought to you by Feeding America, 200 Food Banks Strong, and the Ad Council.
You're listening to One on One with DP, brought to you by Canopy Street Market on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back. Yeah, we're all over the place.
Learned a lot, though.
All over the place. All over the place. All over the place. A good statement of real. Harrison just asked a question, and okay, so Husker tickets, you can get in and see the Huskers Saturday, $40.
Yeah, I think it was 40 or 50
as a get in, right? And that's good to know. And then normally, that would be the lead, but of course, with Bud Crawford fighting Canelo in Vegas,
13th.
It is.
I think it's 8 p.m. Central. Maybe I'm wrong on that.
No, I would imagine they're not going to fight until late. The card starts early, but
true. The card, I think, is
the card starts early. Yeah, card starts at 2:30. The cheapest ticket to get in is $370 before fees.
That sounds about right. Because what's the capacity at the arena?
They're at Allegiant.
That's what I'm saying. That's pretty damn good. If
You're
tickets
at
370,
football.
yeah.
Oh,
Okay, so they're cooking with real gas.
Oh, geez.
370
Oh,
for the
dear.
cheapest ticket.
Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Yeah, that's really a thing.
It's got to be like 10 bands to sit anywhere close.
Lower bowl
5,000.
1,200.
Okay,
1,200 to sit lower, but not floor.
Oh, that's the lower bowl. Okay, so 1,200 for the lower
You're
bowl.
going to spend 7,500 to 6,500 to sit on the floor.
Okay, so I was just above $5,000.
14,000 ringside. 14,000 ringside.
I mean, you almost if you had the money though.
You can sit in the end zones for 1,000. But remember, this is a boxing ring and a football stadium.
I know, it'd be incredible.
You can sit at one end zone, so you could sit at the end zone, but that's not really the end zone. The end zones, you could sit at the corner of the end zone, so you can get in for $750. Yeah, and then floor, they've got side rows on the floor. All those are $1,300. So you're on the floor, but you're not ringside.
Right.
And then the ring sides are all at a minimum 7,500.
Okay, so that makes sense.
So I don't know.
So you can be on the floor, but it's a big floor, so you might be further away from the action.
Yeah, and
so
it's
a little cheaper.
Yeah, I mean, it's still a straight shot because you're
Mhm.
you're slightly elevated, and the ring. Remember, the boxing ring is elevated. It was funny too because I was checking. I will be in San Antonio, and this is a fight night in San Antonio. Like, this isn't a numbered pay-per-view, but it's the UFC Noche. So it's their Hispanic celebration each year. You can get in to the UFC, and again, that's at where the Spurs play. You can get in for $175 and sit at the top of the building. You can sit lower bowl for $400. You can sit floor sideline for $800. Yep. And then you want to sit where I'm at, $2,800. The people sitting behind me are going to pay $900.
Is that a cool event down there in San Antonio when they do that Noche?
Well, the last year,
that's yearly, right?
Last year UFC Noche was at the Sphere in Vegas.
Oh, that's right.
And it was a pay-per-view.
You went to that, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
But you almost have to.
It was amazing.
Incredible.
It was
It's
amazing.
bucket list item.
It was amazing. It was amazing. That's the greatest live sporting event I've ever been at.
I will say, and I'll stand on I'll say it with my chest. That is the only modern wonder that we've done in a long time. To me, that's a modern wonder. Like, that thing is unreal.
The all of the things that they added to it. I mean, it's sensory. It's a sensory beatdown, because so they give you a wristband, like kind of the ones that they did for volleyball, except for these are sensory and they vibrate, and so whatever feeling somebody stomps or punches in the ring, you feel it in your wrist.
Oh, that's awesome.
And then the imagery, right? Because it's scent activated. So they're sending that.
No way, you get sense in there.
And then you get the images where it looks like something's flying at you.
Yeah, it's all just completely
like it's flying through you. Like, and it's just really like sensory, like it's
So
sensory
cool.
overload. Like the walkout, I need to find the video for that. Becky took one from above, so I was down on the floor in the media space. Becky was up, but it's not like they're bad seats, it's Sphere. So she was not the top level, but she was at an elevated level, and so you're getting a lot of the sensory stuff. You felt like you were in the octagon. No matter where you were, you felt like you were in the octagon.
Bucket list item.
Yeah,
Can you imagine watching Crawford Canelo?
Well,
in the
that's what
Sphere?
I was thinking about was
Oh my
what
gosh.
was and the cost of what it takes to put that on there. But I thought WrestleMania at the Sphere has to happen. U2's played there. Like, there've been some bands who played there, who I would imagine just like, if I could see Rage Against the Machine there, I would lose my mind.
That would be a really good one.
Right? Like, that one would be okay. We're gonna jam.
4 doors down there. You could have any hard hitting band down there. It's gonna be electric.
Yeah, I mean, that's literally why Rage came to mind. I was like, that's like, even walking in the door that night, I was like, yeah, that's what I need to see. And there's another thing that's happening. Have you been to there's a virtual reality sports bar concept
Yeah.
where you go to it and it literally puts you in the game. And I know there's one in Dallas. There's one in Vegas.
Well, like a VR headset, or you walk in and it's in there.
No, you walk in and you just feel like you're sitting courtside or ringside or octagon side or whatever you want to call it. and it does really well. I mean, Super Bowl, they sold, I mean, I want to say it was like $1,500 to go there.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Okay, so let me see. Cosm.
Oh, I have. Okay.
Cosm. Yeah, the beauty of this, so it's so they call it immersive 360-degree sports viewing experience. And so the whole thing kind of surrounds you and engulfs you at the same time. It is a big deal at Super Bowls, for Super Bowl time. UFC events, they do really well. NFL events, they do. So they have one in LA, they have one in Dallas, and that's it. Boo.
It probably takes a lot of money to put that stuff together and flesh it out.
When you see it, 100%.
You're so spoiled today.
Yeah.
The fact that opportunity exists to go watch sports in that way is unreal.
Yeah, and they have, and the way it's set up, so they have, and it's a full circular screen that kind of engulfs you, so it surrounds you.
Mm-hmm.
You can sit at the bulb of the bowl where it curves. So imagine a concert or an arena where you want to sit up front,
mm-hmm.
And the screen is just, it's on you and around you. You can go to the hall, which is, so if you're sitting here and this thing's leaning over you, the hall is the flat area like this, where you're still engulfed. And then there is a third area, which is general admission, but so it's like the balcony,
mm-hmm.
but literally
it's engulfed as well.
But you're sitting there in the middle of it. The dome reserve seating, so you can go level 1, level 2, which is club, and then 3 is reserved, but that's the top area. Level 1, $49 each.
Oh, it's not bad at all.
Mm-mm. But that's just for, like, this is for Premier League. This is not for, like.
Still, I mean, that's pretty good. If I was I would go watch like Manchester City, and like if they're playing Manchester United, $50 to watch it at that level.
8-seat table, $132. So you pay for the table, then you got to buy food and drink and all that.
So split the table between 8 people.
Mm-hmm.
Not bad.
Mm-hmm. 6-seat table, $99. 2-seat table, $33. So
that's actually
cover charge.
Way more reasonable than I thought.
Cover charge. I can tell you, it wasn't that for Super Bowl.
Super Bowl.
That's what I can tell you. Dude, that was not it.
Well, I mean, with the Super Bowl too, you're getting the halftime show in that environment where you get to enjoy the halftime show like you're there on the ground floor as well. So I can imagine it's just unreal.
So Sunday, so if you wanted to go and watch a game on NFL Sunday, the dome reserve seating area,
200
display, 104. So slightly more, which I would imagine that at like $250 a pop for Super Bowl.
Probably even more than that.
Yeah.
Looking at, well, it depends who it was, but last year I know prices were insane.
Yeah, I mean, in the tables, of course, they multiply along the same way. If you select a table, the 10-person table is $300. So everybody comes to the table, $30. You can get a really good seat, and you're kind of covered and protected. But that's the Cosm, and they have one. There's one in LA. There's one in Dallas. I thought there was one in Vegas, but there's not. Which is, boo.
You'd be a little surprised. Feels like Vegas would be the place to really take off with that. A lot of people would want to see the Sphere, can't afford to go to the Sphere. Let me go to a cheaper spot.
Yeah, but it's not that much cheaper. That's the real part, is that it's not that much cheaper. I'm trying to peek forward. They won't even tell you. They won't even list how much they're going to charge you for Super Bowl.
I wouldn't.
Dang.
you gotta be a gold businessman about that.
That is gangster, man.
Excuse me, how many other people have these VR areas you can go watch?
Yeah,
nobody? Yeah, we'll tell you when you can go buy it and how much.
Oh my goodness. So Super Bowl 59, to watch Super Bowl at Cosm started at the get-in price was $150. The VIP seating is $1,500. A
Okay,
person.
that's about
A
that
person.
makes sense.
A person. And I can, yeah. Yeah, without telling some things.
Rebecca's not listening right now.
Some things about, Vegas Super Bowl was pricey. Everything was pricey.
Yeah.
Everything is pricey. Like, I think it was like $400 to go to like Chili's.
I wouldn't be
Like,
surprised.
it was insane. It was insane. And we went for it.
Gotta enjoy it. You don't get to work all your life just to sit on your money.
My best friend is a 49ers fan, and he had a bunch of 49er fans, and they got together and then they
The one in
picked a
DC?
player. No,
okay.
no, Lassie. He's the one from Utah, and he's a Niners fan, and Haas didn't join us. Everybody else that are Niner fans, they joined. Matter of fact, there's a group of them going to New Orleans this weekend.
You got to lure in Haas. You got to get to Lincoln. He's got to.
Yeah, I don't know what the delay is. I mean, well, he's got
Family.
He's got family. I mean,
He's got wife and kids and stuff. Whatever.
Not like all those kids aren't busy all the time. When we went to, I want to say we went to Royal Rumble.
I think you guys did.
In Chicago, he brought his daughter Maya,
Mm-hmm.
and she had the time of her life. She made friends with everybody and had a blast. But I thought, man, you're setting a real high standard for she's on the floor at Royal Rumble. Like, the wrestlers are walking by and just, it was like, okay.
So you got to start off with in the
Just go to
first game.
Just go to a regular Raw. Go to Raw.
Sit in the nosebleeds too.
Go to a house. Go to a house show. Go to where it's not even TV. Go on a Wednesday night. Go on a Wednesday night. Don't go on a Monday or Friday because people are going to hold you to it. All right, we'll go to break. We need to recap the scores. The Royals did not have a good night. We'll do a quick recap and then set you up for Wednesdays here on The Ticket.
In every office, there's two types of people. There are those who bring in bagels and those who eat the bagels that someone else brought in. Everybody likes the first person. Be that first person. Weekday mornings at 7:30, you have a chance to win a business box of bagels from Bagels and Joe. All you have to do is shut up, Sipple. 2 questions for you, 2 for Sip. Win, and the bagels are yours. Lose, well, you don't want to lose.
You lost Monday. You lost Wednesday. You're a loser.
Shut up, Sipple. Weekday mornings at 7:30, brought to you by Bagels and Joe.
As an 18-year-old, I let my mistakes kind of take over my life. I was 0.5 credits away from completing high school, and I didn't do it.
10 years later, at age 28, Jackie finished her high school diploma.
When I found out that I was pregnant, I know that I had to do something for myself if I wanted to make her a better person and provide a better life for her. My family never stopped pushing for me to be better because they knew what I could become and who I could become as a person. My support team is amazing. The educational director, my sister, and even my 7-year-old daughter has just been more than the support that I could ask for. I've been given an opportunity, and I'm just thankful for it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
There's no better way to spark a child's imagination than to get lost in the adventure of a good book. I'm Jenny Benson, president of NSEA. Working together, parents and teachers can help every child succeed. You can help by reading to your child and let your child read to you. Encourage reading in your home and make it a priority. Make reading fun and a time that you and your child look forward to spending together.
Sponsored by the Nebraska State Education Association, aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
They're too young to vape.
E-cigarettes are the most used tobacco products among youth.
They know vaping is dangerous.
don't they?
The majority of youth who vape use flavored products, the kind designed to seem harmless.
If they were vaping, I'd be able to tell.
Many vapes are small, discreet, and resemble everyday items. Don't avoid the conversation. Talk to your kids about vaping. Paid for by Tobacco Free Nebraska. Aired in association with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and the station.
Hey racing fans, this is Brie Marie inviting you to join me and James Rowland for the Finish Line every Sunday night from 7 to 8 p.m. Catch up with the local dirt track drivers, national racers, and everyone you need to know about in the world of racing. Don't spin your wheels, hit the gas, and join us Sundays at 7 p.m. for the Finish Line on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hi, Sean Callahan here of HuskerOnline.com, inviting you to join us here on 93.7 The Ticket every Saturday morning now. In our new time, we're on from 8 to 9 with the weekly Husker Online radio show. We'll give you the latest in recruiting. We'll talk about what's going on with both football, basketball, and we'll probably share a few stories from the inside. It's every Saturday morning right here on 93.7 The Ticket. It's the Husker Online radio show from 8 to 9 a.m.
I get it, slip it, cuff it, check it twice a day.
I get it, slip it, cuff it, check it in the morning and before dinner.
I get it, slip it, cuff it, check it, and share it with my doctor. Nearly 1 in 2 U.S. adults have high blood pressure. That's why it's important to self-monitor your blood pressure in 4 easy-to-remember steps. It starts with a monitor.
Now that I know my blood pressure numbers, I talked with my doctor. We're getting those numbers down.
Get it, slip it, cuff it, check it. Talk to doctor now and share it.
Be next to talk to your doctor about your blood pressure numbers. Get down with your blood pressure. Self-monitoring is power. Learn more at manageyourbp.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council, the American Heart Association, and the American Medical Association, in partnership with the Office of Minority Health and Health Resources and Services Administration.
Hi, this is Pastor Tom. Did you know there's a place kids can seek out help when they're away from home and something goes wrong? They find themselves in a difficult spot or even a dangerous situation. Maybe another child is bullying them or a stranger is following them. Perhaps on a date and things just go bad. In Lincoln, here's where they can find help. It's called Safe Place. Safe Place is a national program for children taking place in thousands of cities across the United States. The People City Mission is sponsoring this program in our community and has set up a number of businesses, fire stations, schools, and nonprofits around the city to become safe locations where kids can seek out help. They just need to look for the big yellow sign that says Safe Place on it. Then go inside and ask for help. We will be quickly connected to them and ensure they make it back home or to whatever resources are needed. If you'd like to find out more about Safe Place and ways in which you can get involved, just go to pcmlincoln.org. Remember, when we all do a little, we change a lot.
You're listening to One-on-One with DP, brought to you by Canopy Street Market on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back. Final segment on a Tuesday. We'll head you into Wednesday and a pretty busy day. The standings in for the wild card, the Royals did not have a good night tonight. Once again, the Bats have gone silent against the Cleveland Guardians. Wild card standings as they are. Mariners, if it ended today, the Mariners would be the third and final with Boston and the Yankees ahead of them, both at 3.5 games ahead of them. The Rangers, a game and a half back. The Guardians, 2.5 back. The Kansas City Royals, 4 games back at 4.5. The Tampa Bay Rays. So 4 games back heading into tomorrow. In the National League, the Giants are 2 games behind the Mets. The Reds are 3 games behind the Mets. And then the Diamondbacks and Cardinals, 4.5 back. Divisional standings in the battles, according the Blue Jays lead the Yankees and Red Sox by 3. The Tigers are headed towards clinching at 8.5 ahead of the Guardians. The Astros are just 1 single game ahead of the Seattle Mariners, who also sit at the wild card, 2.5 ahead of the Texas Rangers. The Phillies lead the Mets by 9. The Brewers lead the Cubs by 6.5, and the Dodgers lead the Padres by 2. So, that's where the stand is. The Royals need to get it together if they want to complete this thing. Their day games in place. Texas and Milwaukee play at 1:30 tomorrow, so you can follow that. Arizona and the Giants play at 2:45. The Royals are at 5:40. So you can track that here. You'll hear that game as well, and then hopefully you'll have some good news along the way.
Gotta get hot. 4 games back. That's the worst it's been since we started tracking it, doing these late hours.
Yeah, it's just to go through on a night like this, and again, you're facing the Guardians, and you want performance, and you can't just go. You can't. They got 5 hits tonight again.
Eesh.
5 hits. That's it.
Man, they've really cooled off.
Cantillo threw an 8-inning 5-hitter. Jeez.
It's more on, unfortunately, the Royals batting than it is the pitchers they're going against lately.
Yep. Tough. So anyway, thank you for hanging out with us, Harrison. Thank you, kind sir. I will be back at 9 a.m. with Nick Sainer in the morning. Sleep. Who needs sleep?
I didn't schedule you from 10 to midnight.
I got to talk to the boss. It's terrible planning.
He's abusing your hours, DP.
Terrible. What is wrong with you?
You know what's funny is the other boss probably would say that.
Yeah, 100%. That checks out. Y'all have a fantastic Tuesday, and then have a fantastic Wednesday.
Join us back, 6 a.m. Early break.
More horseback riding, zipline gliding, rock face climbing, hammock camping fun than you could ever imagine. And it's all outdoors, amongst the trees and across the prairie, here beneath Nebraska.